a bit.
We live.
Oh, we are?
Oi there.
I'm still wearing my headphones for the sound check. Hey, everybody.
We're prepared today.
I'm eating candy.
It's all right. Usually we get here
About
in
an
time,
hour.
all prepared, and share our thoughts. Me and Tyler actually just got here. We're slacking. But welcome back, everybody, fanboys and fangirls. What the Fanboy Show, baby. We're back. We're back in action. I'm Luke.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brett.
And he's beautiful.
What? Thank you, sir.
And we have Candy. Happy Halloween. This episode on audio actually come out on Halloween.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's cool. So if you're one of those people that likes to trick or treat, I guess good for you. I don't. I'm too old. And I don't know if I was really ever into it that much.
Brett's going trick-or-treating, I assume.
Yeah, we went last night, and then I did not go tonight. I was here setting up, but Claire went again tonight, and then she'll go again on Wednesday.
I'm hoping to be
What you are
home.
eating are the spoils of her conquest.
Thank you, Brett's daughter, for your brave journey into Candy World.
Just so you know, I forgot to start recording the audio version, so they actually did not hear what I said to them.
We're professionals.
No, just really, really behind. And I'm distracted by these
I should
starbursts.
not have put out candy. That's
Yeah,
my bad. I
no.
apologize to everyone. Viewers, listeners.
It's okay.
Do I need to run the show tonight?
Maybe.
Is this
Maybe.
I'm just taking over tonight? What all did you do this week?
What did I do? I need to get
Other
my,
than
I
you
need to
try
get
new
my-
things. That doesn't
get
count.
my notes up.
Obviously.
I'll go.
All right.
Because I know what I did this week.
Yeah, Tyler.
First thing I want to say, Redskins are 3 games above 500 for the first time since 2012. They're 5-2, leading the division halfway through the season.
Nice.
I watched that game yesterday. It was awesome. Secondly, I watched Halloween with Luke last week.
Oh yeah,
the
I did
new
do that.
one. We went and saw the new one. And then a game came out last week. I don't know. Some of you guys may have heard of it. Red Dead Redemption 2. It only has 1 review lower than a 10 right now. So if you other than that, a whole lot of chilling. I pulled my hamstring last night, so that's good.
That is really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
Were you playing too much paintball?
I was playing softball, actually. I didn't
Oh.
play paintball this weekend.
Way more dangerous than paintball is the sport of softball.
I kind of agree, not really.
Would you rather take a paintball to the face or a softball to the face?
A paintball, because I wear a mask.
No masks.
So
I need some more
softball.
candy to think about that.
Softball.
I don't know.
Me too. Softballs are soft. It's in the name, right?
I've taken a softball to the face
I think I'd rather
and
get...
survived.
Where are we talking about
The
here?
paintball, my fear with the paintball is it's going to hit me because it's such a small impact. Like, it's going to really screw up my eye or
Yeah.
my ear or my mouth if it hits me there. And whereas, like, the softball is just going to, like,
Break some bones.
it's going to, like, bruise. Like, it's going to be a good old bruise, but...
I think I'd rather get shot in the face with a paintball gun.
All right, there you go.
Paintball gun or real gun? No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely a paintball gun, I think. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah,
But-
Sequel, you're right. I shouldn't have given them candy.
Unraveled.
His
That's
fault.
a game. I haven't played it. Have you? He said Unravels in the chat. Sorry. I'm all over the place.
Anything else, Tyler?
No.
That's it?
That's about it.
All right. So...
What about you, Luke?
Oh.
Luke?
Like you said, I'm saving this one for later, which is now. Oh, I dropped it. I saw Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much we're talking about that one, but
Give us a little mini review.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Well, how about we do that after our
I'll do
weekly
my
recap?
other things.
Okay.
I also watched the 3rd episode of Titans with Tyler.
Oh, we did do that.
It was another good episode with a very questionable CGI point that was, I thought, unnecessary, but you know what? What's whatever.
Which one?
The flip out the window.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty
It looked bad. It looked really bad, but it was a good episode.
I was going to say, I think that's been the strongest episode for, well, you got a little bit of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really good.
Doom Patrol is going to be in the next episode.
Week.
So
Like full-blown Doom Patrol, too.
I'm pumped.
It's going to be dope.
Robot Man. I also... What are you looking at?
You too.
What? Because we're eating candy?
You're eating candy.
You did this.
I regret it now.
No, you don't.
I'm about to tear up this Fun Dip.
No. I brought that one to be a prop. We don't eat the Fun Dip. You can eat it after the show.
I read the second issue of Fantastic Four.
Nice.
So good. I don't know like how much I should say about it, but Mr. Fantastic at the end, he contacts his family and he's talking to the bad guy and he's like, I'm gonna bring my family so we can fight you. And he's like, the bad guy's like, oh, this is your only family, and it's like the Fantastic Four, and he's like, no, this is my family. And it's just like every Avenger and X-Men is behind him. I was just like, yo! It was really good.
Nice.
That's dope.
But yeah, and then Halloween 2018.
Yep.
That's it.
Cool. I'll talk about my weekend, and you guys can do a little mini review of
Sounds
Halloween.
good.
So I went and beat the last raid,
No, you didn't.
the Last Wish raid
You liar.
on Destiny. Woohoo!
Did you vote that he didn't beat
Yeah,
it?
that was me.
Yeah,
figured
I
it
was
was
gonna
you.
say on our Instagram there was a poll that I put out today. Did Brad Pitt beat the Last Wish raid or not? And 5 people said no. So thanks everyone for your votes of confidence.
I just don't think you're ever going to do it. I
Well,
still don't think you have.
Well,
I think you're a liar.
For the record, I voted that you beat it.
yes, you did. I can see who voted what.
Got your back.
Anyways, I also binged through most of Making a Murderer Part 2. Not Season 2, fun fact. Part 2.
Oh.
So I'm a couple episodes from the end. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first season. Because it's definitely like we're riffing off of our success of the first one. But still like very interesting. They take new directions and explore new things, and they're pretty they're happy to be not critical of themselves necessarily, but like the things that like the prosecution said after the show came out that they like, oh, you avoided this, and this, like, in your show to paint the picture you wanted. They address that, and they're like, all right, well then, like, let's double down on this, and this. So I thought it was pretty cool. And then I played some more Blops 4.
I saw you posted a clip.
I did.
It's nice.
That's
nice.
cleaning up a little bit.
Nice little was it 3-piece? Looked like a 3-piece, but it was 2.
It was 2, but that was after I had gotten a bunch of kills on the other side of the map, and then run all the way around. But I just wanted to cut out like the end of the clip.
No, I got
Is
it.
the Prophet your go-to usually?
The Prophet's kind of my go-to right now. I like the little stun action, kind of like slide in with the SMG or assault rifle and
Finish them off.
Dude, I've been just rolling on Torque recently.
Yeah?
You can just trap people, and it's great.
Yeah.
With the razor wire, and then if you get the Guardian shield as well.
I play as Recon 80% of the time. Because
someone's got to do it. They've got great perks.
Exactly. I feel like every team needs to have a Recon.
For sure.
So I'm working on getting Diamond ARs. I'm pretty slow, but I'm getting there. Working on it. I think I have 2 guns gold, almost 3.
Yeah.
So pretty excited.
I'm working on getting my horse to like me in Red Dead.
Ooh.
I maxed out a horse already.
Yeah, it's not very hard.
No, it's not.
There is an Instagram question about horses and Red Dead Redemption.
Good.
Too.
Mine poops a lot. Like whenever I stop, that tail just goes up and poop shoots out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, why don't you guys talk about Halloween? Maybe that's relevant to poop in some way. I don't know.
I don't know. Kind of.
Was it a crappy movie? It made a lot of money.
Yeah,
Money
but
doesn't equate to quality.
That's true. That is true.
I thought parts of it were good and parts of it were horrible.
This one basically ignores like all the other sequels, right?
Yes.
It It's the only one in canon now after 1.
Okay. They kind of reset that.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Till the Halloween 2 Part 2
This is the third.
2019 comes out.
This is the third movie called just Halloween too, because like there was Halloween, there was Halloween by Rob Zombie. Now there's this one, but the only ones that are canon are Halloween and Halloween. But I mean, kind of like with that, this something I didn't like about this movie was it's a reboot. That's also a sequel.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the same. It's a slasher movie, so I mean, I really wasn't into it anyway. I think I don't know. Slasher movies are whatever to me. They're not scary, and there's like not really. I don't know what to root for in a slasher movie.
Sure.
Because, like the point of the slasher movie is that people are gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to root for the bad guy. Like I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing whenever I watch a slasher movie, I guess.
I thought it was... Have you seen the first one? Good, because it's the same. So if you liked the original, you'll probably like this one.
Yep.
If you hated the original, you'll probably hate this one. I don't know. I'm kind of with you. It's a slasher movie. We all know what's going to happen. We know how it ends. We know how it's going to go. And really the only part of the movie that's different is just the beginning.
In the end.
Yeah, slightly different inciting.
The ending is more
action movie.
Offensive. Not offensive, but like
sure.
That's mean to my beliefs. like they're fighting back.
I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
She sets up like a... That's a spoiler.
Yeah, I don't...
It's kind of in the trailer.
A lot of the movie was shown in the trailer.
She basically has been preparing to try and kill Michael Myers.
Is this like a Home Alone situation?
Yes, precisely.
Okay.
Dude.
That's exactly what it is.
Michael Myers should be afraid of Kevin McAllister. He would not stand a chance. He might last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
But, I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't think it was great.
Yeah.
You know, it's exactly what you expect from that kind of movie.
Sure.
I mean...
There's just so much I don't understand really what they're trying to do. Like, a lot of it is with the character of Michael Myers. Like, I don't know. There's like a part where a car shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's driving the car. First of all, how does he know how to drive a car? He's only spent his entire life since he was 6 inside of mental institutions. He shouldn't know how to drive a car. Not that it's hard, but whatever.
He played some Grand Theft Auto.
And then, like,
learned how to drive a car.
the character literally watches the car pull up. And then, I don't want to give away too much, I guess.
Is this what I was asking you about? Like, why would he do that?
Yeah, he sets people up in scary positions for people to find him. So I don't know, is he just a psychopath killer? Is he actually just out to get Lori? Why does he kill people and not some other people?
Mm-hmm.
But like, a car pulls up and they're dead inside of it, and you never see anybody get out of the car, but they're set up in the car to be found in a way that's scary. And it's just like, what's the point of all this? And also, he's 6'8". He weighs probably 300 pounds. He's 65 years old or older, and he can just like rip a car door off and frisbee it at people or something. I don't know.
It's just really
interesting.
I don't.
There's no like supernatural elements to this.
Not anymore.
Okay.
There was in the original canon.
So that's what I was... Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
So I think the daring thing that Halloween does with Michael Myers is they don't give him a motive. Ever. In, like, the original, he didn't have a motive to kill the first time.
Right.
And in this one, he doesn't have a motive to kill. He just kills. And there's a really...
But there's the mystery... Like, the mystery about who he is gone... Like, I think in a lot of slasher movies, the motive is vague, if present at all.
But it's the mystery of who it is.
Right, who it is makes it scary because you don't know anything about the killer, and
the only thing I could figure
that mystery's
was
gone in this one.
He's in the first one. He's just a crazy psychopath killer.
Yeah.
He goes to Haddonfield or however you pronounce it. And he's like, I'm going to take these people out because they're around.
Yeah.
And then in this one, it's she got away. I want to finish the job.
Yeah, he wants to finish the job.
Gotcha.
But then like, there's some people I don't know. He goes into the house and he kills them. Like, it kind of seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
Just for no reason at all.
Like, oh, I need to get a kitchen knife. I guess this person's goner.
I need a mechanic suit.
That was one of the scenes I actually really liked.
Yeah, that scene's dope.
There's a scene.
Still, like,
it's
really
like
a checklist.
It's really creatively done. You're following these two other characters, and in the background, you see Michael killing people.
Huh.
There's a lot of different perspectives that they use in
cool.
this movie. There's some cool tracking shots.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shots like that with him, like
You
walking
follow
behind.
Michael around in it, which is, I thought was nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't get over the cliche of just really, really stupid characters.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Go check on it for me.
So
And like people don't run away ever. They just stand there and they're like, ah, run. Do something. The dude is 300 pounds. He's not going to catch up with you.
But he will.
Not if he walks 1 mile per hour. He's like, doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, that's...
So what's your guys' rating for it then? I haven't seen it yet. Should I go see it? I've got a free evening on Halloween. What should I do with it? Should I go see Halloween?
I give it a Matthew McConaughey because it's all right.
Okay.
Because there is some fun in it. I'd say a lot of it with Michael Myers and the babysitter and the little black kid is the best.
Dude, that little kid is awesome.
That was my favorite scene in the movie. But then I don't know. There's just I feel like they left out easily written stuff just to have some character development that would have been super simple, and they just ignore it because.
Just because. All right.
I'm going to put it as fanboy worthy because I think if you like slasher movies, I think if you're into the Halloween franchise, if you're into that sort of thing, you'll find enjoyment in it.
Yeah.
But it's exactly what you expect. Dumb characters who make dumb decisions with a super strong mouth breather of a killer. Like, it's just not... I don't know. The movie is not intelligent.
No.
But if you're a fan of slashers, I think you'll like it.
And I think one of the reasons I was just hearing really good things about it. So I thought it was going to help the slasher genre a little more.
Yeah.
And it doesn't at all.
That's unfortunate.
It does exactly what every other slasher does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but if you're into it, I think you'll like it.
I just want a character to use their gun. Zombieland is real. Everybody knows about double tap.
Right.
Dude's on the ground. You put 20 more in him.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the review. I will hold off until it's inevitably on Netflix.
Probably not a bad choice.
Should we jump into news?
Yeah.
Anything else to review?
No. Oh, too bad the Palace isn't around anymore.
That'd be a perfect way to see it.
Yeah.
Good Palace movie.
I miss the Palace now. But we're getting a Cracker Barrel.
Do we want to talk first impressions of Red Dead before we get into news?
Go for it.
I think that's something that is needed.
You guys enlighten me because I haven't played it.
So Red Dead came out Friday. Red Dead Redemption 2. Sorry, I'm just going to call it Red Dead because it's easier. It's a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. I think they've kind of retconned Red Dead Revolver in continuity. Like, I don't think it's really talked about.
I don't think a lot of people don't even know about it.
Yeah, I played it. Not very good. It's an open world Western, basically, and made by Rockstar, who made Grand Theft Auto. We'll just talk quickly first impressions.
All right, so
Luke, you didn't play the first one.
I did not play the first one. Well, I played it a little bit. It was too big of a game to play so late, and I was kind of tired of just being on Bonnie's Ranch. Is that her name? I don't know.
I can't remember.
There's this ranch you're on for a really long time, and I got tired of just wrestling cattle, and I hadn't used my gun yet. So I stopped playing. But this one is awesome. You use your gun a lot, which is awesome, but I'm only going to talk about my cons, actually. I have 2, and one of them is...
So other than these 2 things,
everything
the game is
is
amazing.
great, yes.
All right.
I'm tired of the trend of holding buttons for action.
Are you sure you want to do this? How sure? Hold it down extra long.
Like you have to, like when you open your satchel, you have to hold the button for a long time.
Right.
And then my other con is with this same thing. It closes when you do one thing. So like I eat one oat cake and it closes, and I have to go all the way back in. Anyway, those are my 2 cons. That's it. The game is absolutely incredible. Well, that's all my cons for now, I guess.
So I'm going to go against what Luke said. I think this game is probably quite a bit slower than the original Red Dead Redemption. A lot slower, actually. I can count the number of true gunfights on less than 10 fingers that I've gotten into.
Oh, wow. I must be playing a lot differently. I've gotten in a lot of gunfights.
It's a slower game. It's a slower, like you ride your horse around a lot. Like if you play for, let's say, 2 hours, at least 45 minutes of that is spent traveling from place to place on your horse. I think that's safe to say. I mean, have you fast traveled?
I haven't unlocked it yet.
I have not done it at all. And I think the horse riding, you just do it a lot. It's a lot slower of a burn. Tons of fun, though. Major improvements on the first one. It's one of the best descriptions I've heard and read is Red Dead Redemption 2 is what video games could be. And I think that's accurate. I think the world feels like lived in, which I think is really cool. Like you can interact with everything. I think that's awesome. The semi-realism, like the realism isn't too much. Like, yeah, you have to eat, but it's not like you have to eat every 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like you eat every 2 days in the game cycle.
Yeah.
So it's
you gotta keep your horse clean, or if it loses health faster.
Right. Like it's just little stuff like that, but it's not so like it's not so poorly done that you can't play for 3 hours and only have to do those things like once.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt it like you don't. It's like, oh, I have to do this again.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a chore.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. But when you do, I mentioned it's a little bit slower than the original. When you do get into gunfights, they are a ton of fun. Probably some of the most fun shooting I've done in a game in a while. But yeah.
Have you guys experimented with first-person mode at all?
Nope.
I have not.
I've heard it's a complete, like, it feels like a completely different game, but it's still super good.
I've walked around in it, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But unpopular opinion time, I prefer third-person shooters to first-person.
I feel like I just prefer... Ooh, I just spit all over my microphone. I feel like I prefer kind of how the developers wanted it to be.
Yeah.
So, like, when I play Skyrim, I need to be in first person.
Right.
But when I play this, I need to be in third.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing a lot.
I actually zoom out on the character. I do the second view.
Oh, I
so
do.
Like the first one's
I do
really
over
close.
the shoulder, the close one.
Yeah, and then I do the second one that's a little bit further back. It's not like a huge noticeable difference, but I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is what video games could be moving forward, especially in the open world genre.
Mm-hmm.
My first impression is it's as advertised. I think it's earned the scores it's gotten. What you're seeing in reviews, I think, is accurate. I mean, the more I play it, I'll probably have more thoughts on that. But
same.
For now, I think the reviews you're reading, they're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm in chapter 2, and I've probably played 20 to 25 hours.
Oh my goodness. I've probably played 10, and I'm in chapter 2. So that's probably why Luke's gotten in a lot more gunfights than me.
Yeah, I've gotten some bullet damage.
I've seen some stuff, man. The coolest thing I think that's happened so far is I had to steal an oil wagon. And when I was stealing it, the people shot at me, and they hit the wagon, and all the oil drained out of the wagon.
Oh, no.
And I was like...
That's a sad...
And getting the wagon was really difficult.
I think my favorite moment so far is, and it was a random encounter. There will be these random things that happen when you're going in between the ranches in the town. And I'm riding on my horse, and I see this dude, and he's cussing at his horse, and he's like...
Trying to fix the shoe.
Trying to fix the horseshoe. And I greet him. I'm like, hey, you need help there, partner? And he's like, yeah, sure. He drops the foot, and the horse kicks him and kills him.
Yeah.
Somebody saw... I looted the body. Somebody saw me, and I got a bounty put on me for murder. Old West, man. It happens.
That's awesome.
I didn't greet that guy. I just rode by him, and I watched him struggling with his horse, and the horse killed him anyways. Like,
I got like a $20 bounty for that.
I have a $210 bounty in one region.
My highest one's only been 85 so far.
I killed the whole town.
Good Lord.
Worth it. I paid the bounty. It's cool. We're good. They don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Totally normal.
That's how that works.
Yeah, you just pay the bounty.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. I can't wait to play more of it.
Yeah.
If this wraps up early enough, go home and play it.
Well, let's keep it moving.
All right.
Real quick, I think the reason I feel like the first one is slower is because I didn't feel like I was working towards anything.
Yeah.
I was just on that ranch, and this one, you're always trying to help out your gang.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
I feel like I'm accomplishing something, I guess.
I felt like that in the beginning when I was like trying to get off the mountain.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was really working towards something. That's a good point. And I thought that was really cool. Like, and have you done the legendary grizzly hunt yet?
That's when Hosea takes you on?
Yeah.
Yes, but I didn't continue it.
Oh. I killed the legendary grizzly.
I'm waiting for that. I want.
Anybody seen the
Better
Revenant? Anybody seen the Revenant before?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it's like. They basically recreate it.
I got the legendary coyote.
Did you?
Yeah, it's like this big.
Oh, I have a bear that I can wear on my head.
Oh, I can just
Like those weird looking costumes.
Yeah.
I have one of those.
All right.
It's good for when you're in the cold. So when I go up the mountain again, I'm gonna put it on.
There you go.
I put on an all black outfit so I look like I'm a terrible
like a
person.
black duster coat.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I have the same thing on. All right, moving on. Let's talk about
News.
some news. Sorry, go play Red Dead Redemption 2 if you haven't yet.
It's awesome.
It's worth it.
Here, in case you want to.
Maybe one day we'll be able to do giveaways for stuff like that.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Indeed.
All right.
Should we talk about the news that we actually all texted each other about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one news story
Let's
that
dive
we were
into
like,
We were all like, what?
I think I sent that to you guys, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So disappointing. Okay. Battlefield 5 coming out next month. Firestorm Battle Royale not coming until March.
2019.
In other words, Battlefield 5 comes out in March for me.
In other words, EA has failed again.
They learned nothing, I guess. Sure, there's no microtransactions, but we're still giving you an incomplete game.
We're giving you a game that we need 6 more months to complete.
Just delay the whole thing. Just delay the whole thing. I'm fine with it. It's dumb.
So what
Golly.
I think that there's still going to be a fairly large population who loves Battlefield for Battlefield.
And doesn't want Firestorm.
No, they don't. It's coming. It's free. It'll be in March. They don't care about that. Like, yeah, they want to play it, but this Battlefield has exactly what other Battlefields have had in that it's got campaigns. They're smaller, more like Battlefield 1 campaigns. Great multiplayer experience. And now, on top of all that, free DLC. So I think for the hardest of hardcore Battlefield fans, this isn't a big deal. However, for someone like me, who and don't get me wrong, I love Battlefield, but I also only have so much money to spend on games every year, and so if I can hold on to that $60 for another couple months, or put that $60 towards something else, I'm not going to spend it on Battlefield 5 when I know Luke's not getting it yet.
I'm not getting it.
Tyler's not getting it.
Especially since I'm loving Black Ops.
Yeah. You know what? This will give me more time with Black Ops. I probably would have ditched Black Ops
which is
a little
another
sooner.
reason I think they should just delay the whole thing.
I think
Let Black Ops get stale.
the problem is they can't release in March because it's going to compete with Anthem at that point.
And the Division.
Division's Activision. They don't want to compete with themselves.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They can afford to compete with other companies.
Were they just really late in deciding that they wanted to do the Battle Royale?
That's my guess, is that it was a kind of a last minute decision that my guess is for the longest time in development, they thought, yeah, we could do that, but we already have 60-person awesome battles, and maybe this Battle Royale thing is kind of a fad. And it turns out Battle Royale is not a fad.
It works.
It is a game mode that everyone now wants in their favorite games. And so they scrambled to put something together. They thought maybe they could hit it by the time launch starts. And to be clear, they didn't ever specifically say it was coming at launch, but they never worded it they never worded it in such a way that it was definitely after launch.
Yeah.
They talked about it as if it was coming at launch, but they never in the package were like, it's coming in the launch package.
Yeah.
So
But
it sucks.
that's the games as a service world we live in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Speaking of Battle Royales, though,
Yep.
Contraband streams are live in Black Ops 4.
Tell me more.
The Contraband stream is essentially the Battle Pass from Fortnite. So a little copy there, but it just gives you new sprays, calling cards, face paints, colors for your outfits, gun camos are involved, characters for Blackout, or one character for Blackout, which none of us are going to get to it. But you just tier it up by playing. It's free, and it's called
Very
Operation. There's two of them right now. There's Operation First Strike, and then underneath it, there's a Halloween event going on, and you get Halloween themed things. Also, while I have Battle Royales being talked about, and that's applicable for multiplayer and Battle Royale. Sorry, Fortnite added zombies.
Yeah.
So the copying game begins.
The cube monsters or whatever. They're not
Sure.
actually called zombies for some reason.
Because Call of Duty already has zombies on their Battle Royale. But it's just going to start where one company is going to do something and people are going to be like, man, that's pretty good. We should do it. Then they're going to do it. And then another company is going to do it. And it's just, this is good for gaming. Like,
it is.
This is what you want. You want to see that healthy competition. So
Yep.
super pumped for that. Not that I play Fortnite anymore because of Blackout.
Yeah.
You know.
I should just uninstall Fortnite, honestly. Get rid of that 5 gig game on my hard drive.
We while we're talking about it, I guess I was gonna save it for social at the end. But one of our questions from Zach Reed was, is Black Ops Blackout mode killing Fortnite?
I wouldn't say it's killing it.
I don't think it's killing it. I think it is taking some of their population, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because Blackout is pretty well done. I think they've done a good job with it.
I think it's different enough that if you're really into Fortnite,
You'll still be
you're still be into Fortnite. Black Ops isn't a replacement for that. If you're into and when I say into, I mean really the specifics of building and that meta of, mastering that building aspect of it, because Black Ops just doesn't have, or Blackout just doesn't have that building element.
Right, which I'm glad.
It's a way more streamlined, simpler battle royale experience.
And I think there is something to be said though for a lot of big streamers moving to Blackout.
Oh, for sure.
You're seeing it. It's I don't want to say it's killing Fortnite, but it's impacting it for sure.
What will probably happen is in March, Firestorm will come out. You'll see a little bit of population shift then, trying to figure out, oh, is Battlefield's version better? And then probably in the summer,
It'll level off.
I would guess it's gonna. Well, I think it'll level off in terms of like where people generally sit. But when it comes to streamers, they're always trying to find what's new, what's good and new, right?
Yeah.
So if Fortnite comes out with a big expansion, early summer,
there will be a bunch of people.
There'll be a bunch of people back on that. This is going to be a ocean in that there's going to be ebbs and flows and waves that games ride. One is not going to die, probably. There might be one that dies. There's not going to be a complete space for it. I think more of the indie game battle royales are going to die off.
Yeah.
You'll see this become a
PUBG?
AAA. Yeah, this will be a AAA space in the future.
Agreed. So.
Work, gym, and running. I don't do two of those things, than being gym and running. So that's why I have time to play video games.
Reginald asked how we have time to play all these games.
Reggie,
I don't gym either. And I don't run. And I stay up too late, and so I don't get enough sleep.
Yes.
This is going to sound odd, but I think I play the least amount of video games.
Probably.
Between the three of us, currently. Right?
I don't know.
I mean, you played how many hours this weekend? I think it just depends. Like, Luke and I usually compete.
I just had a less busy weekend than you, though.
Yeah, I was
just this weekend.
But, I don't know. I do gym as well. Lately, I haven't been, and I can't run because I pulled my hamstring last night. But if I could run, I'd probably do that too because it's been really nice out lately.
It has been.
Like, it's been
great.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Someone told me one time, if you want time to do something, you'll make time. So
I make time to play video games.
That's kind of how it works.
I like Seabull's comment here. The difference between Blackout and Fortnite is that depending on how Blackout continues in the future, because Call of Duty is 3 separate games, 3 separate studios, how they future-proof that will probably determine its popularity. If the next version of Blackout, next year's version, is bundled in the next Call of Duty, I think you're going to see a bigger population shift away from Blackout, maybe back to Fortnite. Whereas if they were, say, in June or July, or even next fall, they spun off Blackout into its own free mode.
Mm-hmm. It had a different team support it.
Yeah, I think it could have longer legs.
I think there is a studio in waiting for that called Raven Software. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of them. They're kind of big. And I think that if they were to spin Blackout into its own mode, that would be the team that takes it over. But we'll see.
Yep. Luke, what you got?
All right, I'm just gonna
We
go.
spent a lot of time on that one.
Yeah.
Story. Let's.
I'm just gonna go through all the Avengers 4 stuff that has been popping up.
You see that leak?
Yeah. If you don't want to know anything about Avengers, I guess stop listening. But whatever. Catherine Langford from 13 Reasons Why has been cast. Everybody's been saying she's Kate Bishop and that she could be one of the people getting a show on the Disney streaming service with her and Hawkeye.
Okay.
Him training her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 characters that are rumored to come back are Crossbones and the Ancient One.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Yeah.
Actually dead, not dusted.
Yeah.
And then Gwyneth Paltrow was in an Iron Man suit, so looks like she's going to be Rescue in this movie.
The purple Iron Man suit.
With no weapons, so she's useless.
Still.
Oh, Goddard!
Wow. Harsh.
Go sell your
Hit
goop.
on those release dates too while you're on the
Oh, yeah,
Marvel news.
So these are rumored release dates for The Eternals, which is May 1st, 2020, and Black Widow, November 6th, 2020.
Sounds about right.
Sounds good to me. Bring it on. I don't know anything about The Eternals, though.
It's their new Guardians team.
Oh,
Probably.
I'm pretty sure it took that date, too.
Yeah. No, I think so. real quick, I'll run through a couple gaming news. No Man's Sky has a new update out today called Abyss. It's underwater exploration. I guess you could do some swimming before, but now there's a submarine, and you can do a lot more harvesting and create underwater bases and stuff like that on planets. Comes with a whole new storyline and whatnot, and that's free for anyone who has the game. Something we didn't talk about earlier, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, PlayStation announced the PlayStation Classic.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And it comes with 20 games. It's $100. I don't understand I understand the appeal of like a retro gaming console with games on it. What I don't like is, I think because I'm a Xbox user and like backwards compatibility is a thing, I'm like, why would I pay $100 for a console that's only got 20 games on it that are not even the best 20 games?
That aren't even scaled forward either.
Right.
The new stuff.
Anyways, if you're into that, if you're a big PlayStation 1 fan, there you go. Here's my gaming news.
Let's do those.
Sure.
Do those.
DC had some news break as well. The Birds of Prey movie that's coming out February
14th, I think. Valentine's Day. 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was 2020, right?
Yep.
Yeah. February 2020 will have a different title than Birds of Prey, so that's just their working title.
Yeah. The cinematographer was like, oh, yeah, I'm working on the Birds of Prey movie, but the title's going to change.
Yeah, so...
Everybody was like, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Cool. I'm sure it'll still say Birds of Prey in it somewhere.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey, the Gotham City Sirens, a Harley Quinn story.
/ Dawn
It's
of
kind of long.
Justice.
/ Dawn of Justice.
And then also, the Nightwing movie is not dead. I know everybody thinks with the reshuffling at Warner Brothers and DC that all their movies are dying off, but someone tweeted at Chris McKay and said, so the Nightwing movie is no more. And Chris McKay, in his classic responses on Twitter, said, no, you're going to have to wait, though. Keep hope alive. To paraphrase Dick Grayson, Nightwing lives always.
Boom.
Nailed it.
Speaking of movies that are dead, Boba Fett's dead.
I wanted this story so bad. So excited about this. I'm so glad these stupid one-off Star Wars movies are dying.
See ya, Boba.
This is great.
Most overrated Star Wars character ever. You're an idiot. You died like a fool. You got smacked in the jetpack and you fell in a hole with a worm in it.
A butthole in the sand.
In the sand. You know what's probably getting another movie, though?
Solo.
Venom.
Oh, yeah.
Venom hit 500 million this weekend worldwide. It is doing well.
Is it going to pass Justice League?
It's gonna do. I think the predictions were like 568 million, and it's going to be more profitable than individually any of like the other Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Sure.
Darn.
We'll go with it. As long as they replace the wig for Woody Harrelson.
Just get rid of it. Dude looks good bald.
He does.
Don't eat it.
We'll see what happens. That movie sucked.
Any other important news?
Yeah, it did. Should I just bust through these four? I'm going to go through these real quick. And if you want to say something about one of them, go nuts.
Okay.
First thing, Kingsman: The Great Game, which it's a spin-off of The Kingsman. It takes place in World War One.
Oh, so this isn't a
it's
sequel.
It's
like
like
a prequel.
It's like a formation of them, and they're looking at Brad Pitt and Rachel Weisz as the actor and actress.
Good actors.
New How to Train Your Dragon 3 trailer. Can't wait.
Super hyped.
Oh yeah. Friday the 13th reboot. We probably all saw this one coming after Halloween.
I think this is cool though because of who's behind it.
LeBron James.
It'll be different, and that's good.
LeBron James, of the last person I would expect to be producing a Friday the 13th movie.
He moved to LA for a reason.
He's gonna be in Space Jam 2. He's gonna fight the Monstars, and then he's gonna fight Jason Voorhees, wherever he says.
He's not gonna be in it. He's gonna produce.
No,
it.
he's gonna be in it.
He might cameo.
He'd probably have
Oh.
a cameo.
He'll probably get killed in it.
I hope he's the lead. Bring it.
He was good as a voice actor in Smallfoot, so.
Last thing from me, Pirates of the Caribbean are looking to reboot
Yep, don't care.
with the writers from Deadpool
Please don't.
and Zombieland.
Not necessary.
Listen, those movies haven't been good since the first one, but I'd rather see the story continued, if anything. The new characters they added, I thought were good.
Well, one of them's kind of busy.
The problem is
They always do multiple things. He'll be fine. But the main girl was really good in that movie.
Well,
Maybe she just looked really good because she was way above everybody else. Just continue it without Johnny Depp. That's all you need. And the movie will be better.
Reggie, my guy.
Here's the
I'm
problem,
with you on
though.
that.
Like, the Pirates movies, the first couple, the first three, the original trilogy, like, lived and died on Johnny Depp. Like, the secondary characters, at least for the first two, were important, but Johnny Depp brought that franchise to life. And the problem was with the last, what are they on, 3 now? The last 2.
The last one was 5.
Yeah, so the last 2 have been that there's clearly been too much Johnny Depp. So you have to have a character who's eccentric like Johnny Depp, but not Johnny Depp.
I don't think you do.
This is
I
the
think you
most
just-
I've heard Johnny Depp's name in
I
a
think you
row.
just need to make an exciting story about pirates. That's it.
There aren't other pirate movies that are good.
I heard Black Sails is good. I know it's not a movie, but I haven't seen it.
I've watched the first 2 episodes of Black Sails.
Was it good?
It is not going to be for Disney, but yeah, it was interesting. I didn't hate it. It's similar to Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
so it's very
See,
mature.
but like with the TV show, yeah, you can like take that character development, draw it over the course of a season, and if you have like a Game of Thrones style, you can go into what pirates are actually like versus like a Disney-fied PG version of I'm a silly pirate.
What if they reboot Pirates on the Disney streaming service as a TV show?
It could work.
I don't know.
They're not going to want to spend the money on a live action. Maybe they could do something interesting with an animated.
My thing is I haven't liked the Pirates movie since the first one, anyways. So I honestly couldn't care less. if
Yeah,
they keep
the first
going.
one's, in my opinion, the first one's the only good one, and then like the second one was okay, and then the third one was like,
Third one
And-
had an awesome soundtrack, though.
and then the last 2 have been just bad.
That's the Pirates movies.
I actually
are the only
think
ones I fell
You
asleep
have to
in.
be able to recapture the magic the first one, and they
I
haven't
think
for
the
4 of them.
I think the
so-
5th one is the best one since the first one. That being said, it's not that good. But
Yeah. Anyways, Siebel likes Black Sails.
Yeah, it was good. The
Maybe I'll give it a
first
try. What's it on?
Stars.
Oh,
It's
I don't
on
know
yours.
where I'm getting that.
Do you have Hulu?
No.
It's on Hulu. I watched the first 2 episodes one night, and I thought it was good. I just haven't had time to like sit down and watch it because it's hour episodes and stuff. So
All right, boys.
who's going first?
Try new things.
did we try new things?
I
Yeah,
did.
we tried new things.
I tried a new
I
thing.
tried a new thing.
I tried a very new thing.
I want Luke to start because I think his is going to be the most off the wall in terms of what he thought of what he saw.
What I was assigned by Brett was a YouTube series short called "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared." I honestly really have no clue what I watched. But at the same time, it was creepy at times, and I also learned a little bit. It's like I started watching it, and I texted Brett. At first, I was like, as the image was up, I was like, "Is this the right thing?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I started watching it, and I texted him. I was like, "What the heck did you give me?" It's like these dancing animated things, singing about having creative ideas, and I'm like, "This is so stupid." I hate you, Brett. And then it took a total left turn out of nowhere, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" And it's like stop motion animated puppetry stuff, and I was like, "I hate you, Brett," because this stuff is I don't like that stuff. But at the same time, it's pretty good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, right?
And the best part about it is it's not long.
Yeah.
Any longer, and I would have been like, okay. It's like every single one starts off normal.
Right.
And then it always goes in some weird direction. The one about eating healthy was just maybe too much.
Did you pick up on the overall storyline?
I don't know. I think I did. I don't know if I should. How much I should say?
Well,
okay.
Spoiler
Spoilers
warning.
for all of our things.
Yeah.
What I don't know if I truly understood or not,
That's
but
fine.
I kind of took it as the red guy was dreaming all that stuff, but maybe he wasn't. And then the next day, it was all happening again.
So did you notice the date on the calendar?
It was the 19th, and it went to June 20th at the very end.
Very end of the last episode. So all of the first five episodes.
All that happened I took it all that happened when he was napping at his desk.
Okay, so not confirmed how I interpret it is that when he was napping at his desk, that was a flashback. He got tired of his job. He wanted to be creative, so he went to the bar or the club and did his little thing. Got booed off. Did you notice who was in the background of the club? Roy.
Is that the yellow guy's name?
The older yellow guy.
The yellow guy's dad.
The yellow guy's dad. So him and Roy then partnered up to create this TV show, and that's what the rest of the things are.
Yeah, I didn't catch that at all. Honestly, I was like so confused during it. And
anyways,
then the long arm showed up, and I was like, no. But like the individual shorts, I thought were really entertaining.
Yeah.
As the overall story goes, I don't know.
Sure. No, the overall story I think is really deep and interesting. I thought it'd be interesting for you because the way I interpret it, it's all about as a creative person losing your creative control over your baby, right? So like this was the Red Guys. This was like the show was Red Guys like creative outlet that eventually Roy started throwing things in like product placements and murder. There's I'll shoot you another link and you won't care. You won't want to watch it.
No,
it's a whole like dissecting of it and it's very interesting.
Because like I mean, I feel like my interpretation of it is super base level.
Sure.
Because I was so weirded out. I was just on my last one. I was like, okay, I'm just kind of ready for this to be over because this is weird.
Well, I'm glad it weirded you out. That was part of the point.
It's not scary, but it's pretty unsettling
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, just because it's animated and puppets, and also a random actual dude sometimes.
So yeah, most of it is actually like live action size stuff,
yeah,
like people in costumes and they're doing animation with the
wire works and
and then there's a couple episodes that take it in really different directions.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the one with the butterfly?
That one,
all about love.
The first one, okay, I'll kind of go through them. The first one about creative ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Good introduction, because it's kind of what the whole, I guess, idea of the show is.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to do something creative, and it went woo out of nowhere, body parts and stuff. And then the second one was time,
mm-hmm.
and that's the one where I was like, "Wow, somebody could really learn a lot in this." And that one got creepy. That one was pretty similar to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes a real big shift at the end when they just start growing old and their skin starts falling off and. Dude, it's weird.
Raiders
it's
of
weird.
the Lost Ark action.
Yeah. Then the third one was the butterfly pigeon. He calls it, a pigeon.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted that one to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like that one really got weird enough.
Sure.
The fourth one, was that one the healthy
that was
eating
food,
one?
Yeah.
That one was creepy.
No. I think computers was fourth.
I didn't like that one. I did not like that one. I felt like that one was just kept going.
Yeah.
And that one ended, and I was like, okay, whatever, next one. The eating one, though, was the pinnacle for me. That one was creepy with, like, the canned food, and then Roy is sitting there, it was Roy sitting there, and he's like, where is everybody? Because the red guy is gone at this point.
Yeah.
And bird guy, I don't know the names.
The duck, I don't know.
He disappears in that one. And you know why.
He disappears.
I'm not saying for that in case anybody wants to watch it. And then the dream one.
Dreams is the last one, yeah.
The dream one I thought was good in a creepy way because it's the I don't know what's going on kind of thing.
Right.
I kind of want to watch this.
It's only 30 minutes long.
Yeah, total it's 30 minutes.
And I liked how they brought it, like they had every song, everyone has a song.
Yeah.
It's a musical.
Yeah.
There's like it had every song and character come back in that last one. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But my favorite one was the eating healthy one. Don't eat that or your teeth will go gray. Anyway, I would probably give it a fanboy worthy.
All right.
Nice.
So it's especially since it's short.
Yeah.
It's so easy to watch, and if you don't like the first one, just quit watching.
Yeah.
Dope.
Sweet.
Don't hug me. I'm scared. I'm not actually scared. You don't have to hug me. No, I don't know. That's confusing.
Should we keep going down the line, or you want me to jump in, Ty? Ty? Tyler? Can I call you Ty? Does anyone call you Ty?
I do sometimes.
Some people do. Dana hates it, but some people
Dana's
do.
not here.
Right, and if she was here, it's not like you guys are calling her Ty, so.
True.
Doesn't bother me. If you want to call me that, that's fine. I'll go.
Okay.
Luke assigned me a movie. It's called Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
The greatest movie ever made.
The title and the cover art make no sense for what this movie is because it's a Halloween movie, but there's no Michael Myers. There's really no witch. I guess there is, but it's not what you think. And yeah, I don't know how to explain.
Maybe Season of the Witch is just another reference to Halloween.
Maybe. Right, that's a good call. So Luke mentioned this when he assigned it, but the original plan for the Halloween movies was for this to be like an anthology, and every Halloween something bad would happen. And that's great, but 6 days before Halloween, bad things were already happening in this movie. Like, it was just an absolute nightmare of a scenario. It's an 80s movie.
Full-blown
80s movie. The best part was the soundtrack, or the score soundtrack. Yeah. I don't know what you want to call that. Really cool. Really enjoyed that. The movie is just weird, and it's bad, but it's bad in the best way possible. Like, it is a fully realized 80s movie that they went into it. I don't know. They may have been taking themselves seriously, but watching it 20 years later, 30 years later, I don't think they took themselves seriously. And they just had so much fun. They played with the idea of aliens, I guess, and robots, because of Stonehenge being a part of this. So basically the story is this dude who's a doctor, this guy comes in and he's yelling, he's like, they're gonna kill us, and the doctor's like, yeah, whatever, dude, you're crazy. And then these people in suits, much like the Matrix, like Agent Smith, are like walking around, and this one walks in and kills the dude who was crazy, and it all gets tracked back to where these Halloween masks are made. It's just so weird, and it has a creepy song, but
3 days till Halloween. Sorry.
No, keep going. Sing the rest of it.
3 days till Halloween. Silver Shamrock.
Right, so Silver Shamrock. I wanted to segue your Silver Shamrock. Silver Shamrock is the company that makes the masks, and you find out, spoilers, they're the one who stole a piece of Stonehenge and brought it to their little town in the middle of nowhere. And basically, the doctor guy links up with the dead guy's daughter, and they go to this town to try and figure out what happened to her dad, like who killed her dad.
I could say they linked up.
They linked up. Yeah, they are like 20. One of them's like 55 years old, and the other's like 20, and they end up hooking up. It gets weird.
I love this movie so much.
It's so weird.
So bad.
And then so they go to this town, and they're trying to find out what happened to her dad. Long story short, they find out that in that town is like a big brother eye kind of thing. This dude who runs the town has cameras everywhere and can see and hear everything you're doing. And he basically just kills anybody who comes to the town to try to figure out what's going on at his plant where they make these masks. And you find out that he has a piece of Stonehenge, and he has all these guys in suits that are actually turn out to be robots. Because the main guy accidentally kills one by punching it in the stomach repeatedly.
Are we sure this isn't just
Dude, it is
some
weird.
sort of like
It's like a fever
episode
dream.
of Doctor Who that got spun off into a weird Halloween movie?
It might be. It's Doctor Who before Doctor Who. But then the dude is a genius. He figures out that the little badges on the back of the masks, which is like the trademark pin, are like radio waved. And the dude's evil plan is to broadcast this commercial with
that song.
with the song Luke was singing, and it was going to basically make all the masks like suction to your face and kill you, and then snakes and cockroaches and crickets and stuff would come out of your mouth.
Oh.
No idea. The only time I turned my head was the snakes. I am like deathly afraid of snakes. So I actually had to turn my head.
Good to know.
Because they had one like perch back and bite this dude. I was like, what the heck? Luke, you got to tell me this is the scariest movie I've ever seen. And so, yeah, so that's basically his plan.
I'm
And
giving you snakes on a plane on the next one.
Discount Burt Reynolds saves the day. And then he's leaving that town. Can I just...
Yeah, just go for
okay,
it.
so he's leaving the town, and Discount Burt Reynolds, and Ellie, the 20-year-old chick. I was trying to think of a clever nickname for her. Ellie, which is the main chick in the movie, the guy's daughter who died at the beginning. They're leaving the town, and she turns out to be a robot and tries to kill him 5 times. He like rips her arm off once. He rips her head off, and then the arm tries to kill him. Or no, the other arm on her body tries to kill him. He gets that one off. Then her dismembered arm tries to kill him. And then her
whole body goes
her whole body comes after him again. It should have ended like 5 times. And then he runs to a town or to a gas station, and these kids come in to trick or treat with the masks on that the place is making. And he's like calling, I'm guessing, the broadcast studio for the TVs, and is like, we got to get this turned off. You got to take this off the air. And I guess back then they only had 3 channels. So they get it off channel 1 and channel 2, and then they never get it off channel 3, and it ends with him saying, no! Like screaming it into the camera. Like he looks at the camera like Office style.
Stop it! Turn it off!
Yeah.
Stop it! Stop it!
And then the movie ends. So the bad guys win. John Carpenter's music is great. I really enjoy it. I think Luke and I kind of mentioned, I think it would have been better if John Carpenter had directed it. I think the idea, like back then, was probably super scary. But like now we see like, oh, robots, cool.
Yeah.
They've only seen that 100 times. Like it just doesn't really affect. But some takeaways. 80s horror movies did a horrible job of building to like jump scares. Because there's like probably 10 in this movie that they work to, and like
the sound effect in this movie for jump scares, it's like a boom.
Yeah. And like it never scares you, like ever. You're just like, oh, yeah, well, I saw that guy coming every time. But it's really funny. It does have like a charm to it. It's a super campy movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can watch it and just laugh. Like I was laying on the couch, Luke was sitting next to me. We were like eating Taco Bell and just laughing our way through the movie. It's just ridiculous. It's a good bad movie.
Yeah.
I think that's a good description. I would say fanboy worthy just because it's a Halloween movie. And I actually mentioned to Luke after about 10 minutes from it ending, I was like, I would be okay with making this like a yearly watch around Halloween because it's so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
But it's not quite like, it's not like a horrible movie. It's just, it's campy. It's cheesy. The music is good, which is a huge plus. Discount Burt Reynolds is actually not a terrible actor. And, well, at times. And I think the idea that they had in place for this movie in its time was ahead of its time. Like they were looking forward, and I think that with John Carpenter's direction, it could have been a better movie. Probably would have been a little bit more scary. But I don't know. I'm glad I watched it. I will definitely be watching it again.
One of my favorite parts of this movie is the event for this song and commercial with the masks is to watch John Carpenter's Halloween on TV and after the big giveaway. So in this movie, John Carpenter's Halloween movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis exists.
Yeah.
Which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, that and
So meta.
my favorite part has to be at the very beginning, the dude who brings the dead or the old guy at the beginning to the hospital. Yo, can I leave now? Because like it makes you. I think they were trying to make you think that he was guilty of something. Like the way he left the hospital was just kind of sketchy. But like, it's just funny because it's like this older like black guy, and he's like not having it. He's like, nope. I've seen this before. I know what you guys are gonna try to do to me. I'm out. And he just gets out of the hospital real quick, and the movie ends right back
with him.
Like the guy runs out of the woods, and he's like, "We gotta stop him." And the dude's like, "Oh, not again." Like I think that was probably my favorite part. So
also the car bomb death.
Oh yeah, that too. There's so many gold moments in this movie.
A lot of the deaths in this movie are quite amazing because they're just like, what?
The car bomb death, what he's referring to is the robot guy goes in and he kills Ellie's dad, which is at the very beginning, and then like the doctors like chase him out of the hospital, like, "Hey, get back here!" And he gets outside, and the dude's already sitting in his car, and it like cuts to like a dash cam, like looking through the front window.
Yeah.
He like picks up a gas can that he had in the car, I guess, like pours it on his face, and then he's just like, and it doesn't catch. Then he sticks it to his face, and it's like, whoa, it just like explodes.
Car just explodes.
Like, full explosion, and I was like, okay, and I laughed pretty loud.
That was great.
It was great. You gotta watch it, Brett. I think you would enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it now.
But yeah, campy, fanboy-worthy movie for sure. Luke, thank you so much for recommending that. I can't wait to watch it again around next Halloween. I mean, it's a yearly tradition now.
And we'll watch Ghost and Mr.
Tradition.
Sure.
Thanks, Tyler. So
Yeah.
I was assigned by Tyler The Witch.
Which I was supposed to watch, but I didn't get a chance to watch it.
You assigned it to yourself, too.
Yeah,
so...
and I will try to watch it this week.
Okay, I'll try not to do too many spoilery things.
If there's a huge twist, just try not to spoil that.
Okay.
Or I can close my ears.
I might have you close your ears.
Okay.
Because it's a little bit hard to talk about without talking about the ending. But
spoil it. Who cares?
So I really like this movie. Thank you.
I heard that it was really good.
So it definitely deserves. I think it deserves the critic praise that it got. I know that a number of people, not critics, general audience reaction was kind of mixed on it.
I had a bet going.
Oh, about what?
Typically when a movie is divisive,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of find myself landing more towards like the audience side of things, and I think Luke's more of like an in the middle kind of guy.
And I'm more of a critic.
And you sway hard to the critics, and so I was really curious. That's why I looked for a divisive horror film, because we were going with the Halloween theme, and you were like, you were saying like you agree with the critics, and I was like, okay, like there
you go.
That's my test.
Yeah, I sit on that fence hard, like with Last Jedi. I'm still like,
I can see
I'm back and forth.
I can see where some people would have problems with this movie, but it's not trying to pander to the whims of a Halloween horror movie.
Right.
Like this is definitely like a slow burn with a couple jump scares. Like you were saying, like maybe 10 for Halloween 3, and like this has got maybe 2 or 3, but they're all super earned, and like it's absolutely not campy. It's complete opposite. they do a great job of just making it feel eerie. Eerie is the word that I came away with, because they do things like hold on shots for way too long.
Oh gosh.
And it's not ever gruesome stuff, but you're always like, is something gonna happen?
Yes, I love movies like
it's
that.
Similar to like The Conjuring. Then.
Yes, and I think something I read about this movie, and I'm curious to what you think.
Tell you.
Some people say watching this movie feels like you're watching something you shouldn't be seeing. Did you feel like that at times?
A little bit, yeah.
That's dope. I'm super into those kind of movies.
I think the score goes a long way to supporting that eerie feeling. There's not a lot of music, but there's a lot of strings, and but it's not overdone.
No.
It's yeah, basically.
Want to watch this week?
Maybe.
There are a few gruesome moments, but it's never overly gory. The thing that you were talking about where it's like, yeah, that happens in like the first 7 to 10 minutes.
Woo!
So, but after that, like that's the most gruesome thing.
Yeah.
And they don't, and again, like they cut away from all of the actual violence. It's like, here's a thing that's going to happen. Oh my God, are they going to do that on camera? Oh, thank God they cut to black. Oh no, why are they showing me that?
That's awesome.
And it gets a little weird, but for the most part, what this film does really well is it's not the antagonist going out and affecting things, right? This is not Michael Myers hunting down people. This isn't.
I was gonna say he's been alive that long.
This isn't a possession movie in the classical sense of a spirit is gonna possess someone and drive them to do things. This is
make their shoulder pop out of place.
Super, like, more like if you're. I mean, I guess it depends on what you believe. If you believe in spiritual warfare or like, but that idea of like, we're gonna maybe plant a seed somewhere and we're just gonna let that fester, right? We're gonna like put a little splinter in this family and we're just gonna watch them tear each other apart. And it's fascinating because you don't know who's going where, and then the ending is very like, okay, they went there with that.
That's crazy.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So we watched the trailer last week when you were here, and I remembered the dude from the trailer. And he talks like this in the trailer. It's like super low. I can't even go that low.
Yeah.
Is his voice annoying in the movie? Because it kind of annoys me in the trailer.
So honestly, I noticed it only for like the opening scene. Because that's when they're like, the whole plot is that this family, like, so this is early American colonization. You have this very like Puritan, so it's not Catholic, but it's very like a Puritan settlement. And these guys are like way more like hardcore Calvinist, I would describe them, in terms of like, it's a religious movie. It's not a religious movie, but the way they talk about God and sin and their like worthlessness and how terrible they are is very like Calvinist. And so there's that, like, he's in the beginning, they're getting banished from the town because of their belief. They won't recant of their beliefs. And so he's giving this like kind of monologue at the beginning that you really notice it. But after that, I never felt like I noticed his voice as coming off as super deep. I felt like that was maybe him being this like, I am the father and this is my stake in the ground. And then when they get to their homestead where they build up, it's a little more like natural talking.
Okay.
His voice isn't as, it might be as low, but it certainly wasn't as like
Forced, like
movie trailer forced.
Yeah.
All
right. I've always wondered that about that movie.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I ever noticed in that trailer is
Sure.
his voice. Anyway,
No.
keep going.
What did you think of the cinematography for the movie?
I thought it was pretty good. They do a lot of
There's a lot of like landscape panning shots.
yeah. Again, so they do a lot of long shots. That partnered with music and the story of what's happening is really good. Oh my gosh. Like the inciting incident in this, which you've probably seen in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Was the peekaboo scene in the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never even watched the trailer for this. I just watched the movie.
Oh, where she does it and then
Baby's gone.
And the baby's gone.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I hadn't seen that and so like I'm sitting there thinking like she does this like 5 times and I keep thinking, oh my gosh, one of the times her face is gonna be like this morphed witch or something like that. And then it just like it's dead quiet and it cuts to her view and it's like the baby's gone. And I'm like, oh, like it scared me in a completely different way.
Yeah.
And I love that about how they, and maybe that's more editing than cinematography, but like the framing of this film is really good. The editing, I honestly think technically this is a really good scary movie. Like it doesn't just pander to the expectations of what a scary movie is defined by these days or defined as. Yeah, the more I think I like the 2 critiques I really had were that like the witch kind of shows up at the very beginning and then doesn't really show up again until the very end. And for the whole middle part I was like, well, where is she? But the more I think about it, the more I've come to realize that
the seed
again, it's not about the witch, it's about
The
family. Oh, it's so good.
Luke, this sounds like a movie you and I would really like.
Oh, jeez.
But if you don't want to watch it, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
Okay, good. Would you watch it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just gotta make sure I'm
I'll give this. It's
Give it what you want.
for me. This is a Booyah movie.
Woo! Let's go.
I think that if you're not into scary movies, it's probably not for you. But if you enjoy scary movies, like you can handle. There's not that much gore. The nudity is super low. Like it's butts. Is
So
essentially all
it's
the
minimal.
nudity is. Yeah. So not typically a big deal.
Yeah.
I'd say go watch it. It's on Netflix.
Yep.
Go watch it. It's not. It's also not like a really long movie.
Yeah, it's pretty short. I
Yeah.
think it's like an hour 20.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe even shorter than that. I did see that it wasn't very long.
It moves pretty quick. Good pacing.
Good.
Doesn't waste time.
That was one of the things about Halloween 3 Season of Witch. There's some times where it's like just a dude's like on the phone and it's just
Yeah, he did.
and then it goes to the person he's calling and they're like, "Hello," and he's like, "I'll need your help." And it's like, did we need that? It's like 20 seconds of just looking at him.
Yeah, there's
Alright.
some weird stuff like that.
So that's good that it's short. My phone's dead, so I don't have the.
Oh.
Well,
Well, our
I'm sorry.
our live streaming audience will get to experience it still.
Sorry, audio listeners.
You let the whole team down.
That's the second time I've let down the audio only people because I didn't start the recording right away.
We don't have Twitter questions.
we have
We had Instagram.
one Instagram question.
We got some Instagrammy questions this week. So Instagram with Brett is going to take the place of Twitter with Tyler today.
We might just have to change it to one hashtag.
I know, we got to find one.
We won't brainstorm that here. That'll take too much time. So we had 2
Hashtag
questions.
ask
One of them
WTFB.
we answered earlier from Zach about Blackout killing Fortnite. We said no. The Deeds
The dudes. I have your boots.
asks, oh, and this is actually a 2-parter, one of which you guys have definitely already answered. What do you guys think of Red Dead Redemption 2?
Incredible.
Go play it.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is my favorite game, and 2 is contesting that right now.
Oh boy.
Okay. Second and way more important question. What did you name your horse?
All right, so they give you a horse at the beginning, and its name is Tennessee Walker. And then I don't know what horse you bought. Did you buy the super cheap one when it makes you buy the horse?
I got one for free.
You did?
The pre-order bonus horse, the Ardent, the war horse. It's black. It has like a black mane.
Mm-hmm. I had the option to keep one that was like a Clydesdale.
Yeah, I kept it in a stable, but I'm not using it.
I sold it because I didn't want to.
For like the $5.
Yeah. I just didn't want to worry about it. But I bought this tiny little horse, and it's called a Morgan. And I named it Sergio.
Why'd you name it Sergio?
Because I typed in the letter S and I think R and G because I didn't know what to name it. And that was the first option for autocorrect. And I was like, cool. But the horse is a girl, so that's kind of weird. So I'm like going, good girl. Sergio.
I actually have a story. I have 3 horses. 2 of them I don't even use. I got the Warhorse pre-order bonus on PlayStation 4, and that may be why you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because I think it was a PS4 pre-order bonus. I named my horse Fancy. I learned how to ride horses in high school. I lived in Texas at the time, and the first horse I ever learned to ride was a horse named Fancy, and she was white, like my Warhorse, and so I went with it. So my horse's name is Fancy, and she's a girl as well. She's pretty awesome.
I already decided.
She got shot once, and I was pissed.
Oh, no.
Dude, got to buy that horse reviver.
Oh, I did. But I killed all the people who even thought about shooting towards my horse.
That's right. They deserve it if they shoot your horse.
Seabull said that us talking about Red Dead earlier, he goes, man, it really tells you what kind of people your hosts are. If you shoot at my horse, you will die.
If you kill my horse, I'll let you kill me so I can just reload the checkpoint and have my horse back. Because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on another horse. That's the kind of player I am.
I love Red Dead. I'm so excited.
I have decided. I was talking to my brother LZ, former guest, and also
star of the show,
another friend Zach, who has not been on the show, different Zach. But we decided that my next horse that I eventually get's name is gonna be Doug.
Doug,
like Doug Funny.
Sure, I don't know who that is.
I watched the intro to that show the other day.
Nice. Well,
like the animated show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deeds.
I didn't watch it
for your question.
Yeah, thank you. What did you name your horse, Deeds?
Yeah, let us know if y'all have horses in Red Dead or any other game
or real life.
The only game I think I've played recently that I can remember that I had a horse in that I was able to name was that
Breath of the Wild.
That Breath of the Wild game, Zelda. And I named mine after
your daughter.
Nope, AIs. So I had one called Siri and one called Cortana.
And one Alexa.
I don't think I had an Alexa.
I have Fancy.
So
Fancy.
Next horse I get, R2-D2.
Seabull brings up...
I imagine I'll name one of mine Epona eventually.
Yeah. One of the reviewers for Kotaku named his horse Epona, and someone killed it.
Oh.
He's so upset.
Maybe I should just name all of mine Sergio. Sergio to the second. Sergio the third.
Sergio the third.
I might do that, actually. Except for Doug.
Or I could name my next horse Springer, because that was the other horse I learned how to ride.
Nice.
I rode a horse named Shiloh once, and one named Popcorn.
There you go. Sorry, we're going down the
road. We're getting off topic. It's not really off topic, but it's fine. Okay. Seabull, to answer your question on air, when do I get my shirt? You get your shirt as soon as it gets to you, because it got shipped today when I went out and got my haircut.
Nice.
I put it in the mail.
The haircut is snazzy, by the way.
Hey, thanks, man. I like getting the haircuts.
Me too.
I always feel fresh.
I like it when they run the comb through my hair.
But that's really before this gets weird, that's a good time to plug. We still have shirts left. We are out of larges. We don't have any extra larges, but we still have a few mediums and a single small. So if you want a small shirt,
now is your chance.
Now is your chance. When we run out or get down to a couple, we'll put in a new order and get some more.
Some different designs.
I think we're gonna go with a slightly different design, just for
variety's sake,
for fun,
for funsies.
Are we able to just post that online so if somebody wants one, they can just order it somewhere? I don't know if that's a thing.
It is. I'm looking into it.
Okay.
I'm looking into it.
Dope.
I don't know about that stuff. So.
Anyways, follow us on all of our social medias.
Yeah.
I do lots of polls and fun things on Instagram now. So at What the Fanboy on Instagram.
I should do that too because I actually am logged into the Instagram.
Oh no!
I took Twitter off because it kept messing around with my Twitter.
If the quality of our Instagram posts go down,
it's because I'm posting. And I try and be funny most of the time.
I was killing it on Twitter last week. I kind of slacked off today.
You had a pulled hamstring. It's okay.
Well, I had a really busy day at work, so I didn't really have a ton of time.
It's all right. I sent out one tweet.
Thank you.
So.
You are my hero.
You're my hero.
I actually meant to text you and say thank you for doing that.
Oh.
And if you don't follow us,
you should.
It's at What the Fanboy everywhere, pretty much.
Everywhere.
Search What the Fanboy or at What the Fanboy on any of those.
We have our live stream Mondays at 8 p.m. Central Time on the YouTubes. You can watch them also on Tuesdays on the YouTubes, not live. And then
you can listen. Like if you're on a jog and you want to hear our soothing voices, we're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play.
Yep.
And all those podcast apps, most of them anyway.
Yep.
I don't think we're on Stitcher. Sorry.
We're not on Spotify either.
Well, we don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Spotify is
expensive.
Maybe if we eventually get a Patreon, we can actually afford it.
That'd be cool.
That's not what I'm going to spend my money on.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. However you digest this show.
We appreciate it.
We do. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Follow me on Twitter, though, if you do think I'm funny.
You're going to get 0 new followers. Congratulations.
Hey, I retweet the podcast episodes, and I'm hilarious.
All right.
At least I think I do. And that's
Bye, guys.
Socials above.
Oh, yeah.
See you
Socials
next
are
week.
above.
Keep slinging those guns.
Oh, no, Patrick. Patrick asked the question, do you think a Nightmare on Elm Street prequel would be good?
I already did one. Michael Bay did it.
Touche. We can answer that next week.
Write him back.
I will.